Warning, previous episodes were not a fluke. This game contains very strong language reflective of the ravages and hardships of war. Your discretion is strongly advised.
Welcome back, one and all, to the Langrisser Heroes Only Challenge Run, where it's all commanders sans troops. And we're marching straight on into Scenario 15. Kalzath, surrender! Having left Salroth territory a smoldering mess, the companions closed in on Castle Kalzath, the element of surprise theirs. Liana, the only girl able to break Alhazar's seal, is guarded by the descendants of light deep within the castle walls. Odd that they wouldn't just say the only one as opposed to the only girl. Is there a boy who can do it? Anyway, I'm being nitpicky. The companions decided to capture Liana and deal a decisive blow to the army of light. With Alhazar's power, they would be free to exercise their strategy for peace in Elsalia. Yeah, we're still calling it that. Peace, right? Anyway, we've got to defeat everybody except Liana or allow Sonya to capture her, because she instantly has... Oh, well, actually, they will explain that if I let the game, so let me shut up for a moment. Work quickly! We will need this place as well fortified as possible! Our troops are making the preparations as you speak.
The Empire has Alhazar, Elwyn has Langrisser. They will lay around. They'll crush you one vulgar display of power. Really? Is there any way to win against these odds?
Don't count us out just yet. We have a few ideas up our sleeves, but there is still plenty of work to do. I do not imagine Elwyn can defeat the Empire very swiftly, and even twice this time would not have been enough. I hope. However, if we work as one and cover our weaknesses, we will prevail. Keith, ever the optimist. Bernhard and his lackeys were nothing. Nothing! Taking down this little fort will scarcely require an effort.
What? They're already here! How could this happen? Did Elwyn defeat the Empire with a finger snap?
Those are demons. What in the world? What is going on here? What indeed, Cherie. I wish I had better news for you. This is the heart of the Descendants' operation. The sentence is tough. Those are said to put our grind into this battle. Ha! Leave it to me. Don't go killing recklessly. I have additional orders. The Maidens of Light and Darkness are needed to unseal Alhazar. I will take Liana alive. Remember that. I heard from Bozer you planned on kidnapping the girl. But how exactly are you going about it? We will teleport her to Velzeria with this rod Bozer has so generously provided. Until that happens, I will protect her from any interference. You can wipe out these cretins with your arms behind your back. Alright, everyone got that? Let us move out. And remember to end everything that breathes. Because I'm such a good guy. I believe in peace. I'm not buying it. So it has finally begun. Elwyn. First the Empire, now you have joined demons. Your soul gets blacker each day. Elwyn, your lineage means nothing. You are a deplorable excuse for a human. Such harsh words from Jessica, who not too long ago was telling the other guys to go easy on him and to not speak so harshly, that he just chose a different way. Now here's Jessica. Pot meet kettle. Anyway. She has a right to be upset because I think she's wise enough to know that the odds are stacked against her. I mean, they were struggling against the Empire, the same Empire that Elwyn, with the help of 2 companions, was able to put down without too much of a fuss, so they got every reason to be shaking in their boots. Do not think you can just barge on in! And these High Lords are far more obnoxious than most because, well, it's nice that they're actually pressing and not being too idle, but the thing is, they have amulets equipped, which the game is being sneaky about. I'd have to highlight them manually to show that. So we can't just bombard them with magic to death like we would normally do. And it's almost as if the game predicted that would happen.
We must halt Elden's death. Yeah.
Lester is also a bit of a threat, surprisingly. Mostly because of his mercenaries. He's got Nixies. As a Serpent Lord, he actually gives them noticeable revisions. So remember I mentioned the other scenario how they could be kind of dangerous if unregarded or not taken into account? Well, yeah. Mostly Est and Ost are at risk. I think everybody else has enough defense to withstand them, but they can deal damage. And they've got really good movement on the water, so yeah. We don't have any troops acting as a buffer, so we have to be very mindful of positioning on this map. It's going to be very tough if I go at it recklessly. But it all works out in the end, you'll see. Kane has nothing to fear, except for the occasional cheating RNG. You know how that goes, though. It's only so much you can do to prevent that outside of cheating. And then we got the sorcerers here bombarding us with fireballs. Taste of our own medicine, so I won't let this castle fall to the likes of you. Die! And Roga is not going to be doing that anytime soon. Ballista's there, making good use of their range though. And again, that RNG, what did I just say? Getting those lucky hits in. Whittling them down. Of course, we're going to turn this against them if I can. Allow somebody else to get that experience without taking too much damage, since they can't kill Roga. Normally the RNG doesn't get too ridiculous. Once it gets them down to 7 or 6, it doesn't continue to do damage most of the time. You know, it's almost like the game's way of acknowledging, yeah, we're not going to be too ridiculous. We're not going to cheat you too bad. Because look, Kane has 31 defense for a sorcerer class. That's really good. Of course, we did use a runestone on him, so that's to be expected. Ost making full use of that good movement. You must think you're pretty great for coming this far. Too bad you won't go further. And normally you don't want to send a flyer against high elves, but you know, I was feeling a little bit bold there. You know, sometimes you just gotta pick up caution, bundle it up, and just toss it to the nearest wind. And Est is actually doing a lot better than Ost in terms of attacks, so really not too worried about them. I didn't actually realize Vampire Lords were this good of a class because I never used them before, so there you go. And if I liked vampires more, I definitely would use them more often, but just don't care for them. And Roga has phenomenal movement even over water, so I was kind of surprised about that actually. So he is extremely dangerous. Not somebody that I'd want to catch on the wrong side of the day. And Sonya is shaping up pretty nicely, coming along very well. Very happy with her. We'll make Wizard in no time. Before the end of the next battle is the target. And the way things are going, I underestimated the amount of experience we can collect even without mercenaries, so I see no reason why Hane can't get that teleport spell before the end either. It's really all about scenario 20 and 17 to a lesser extent. Those two scenarios on the independent path are exceptionally easier to deal with the teleport spell, if you're looking to complete them the way that I'm looking to complete them. But we'll cross those bridges as we approach them. Right now, we've got to deal with this High Lord, who is pretty much immune to magic. But we have several people with the decline spell at this point, so we have ways around that if we absolutely need to take advantage. I can't say enough good things about Teleport. Easily my favorite spell overall, and so sad that it got nerfed so terribly in the remake. It's really sad. But it's alright. The next game in the list, Langrisser 3, no restrictions, no passports, no borders, no tariffs, no nothing. We can just go and be as we please. Wouldn't that be a wonderful life to live? A world without borders. I wonder if it ever existed on this planet. I'd love to see that. Minus the wanton bloodshed, pillaging, and conquering, and colonizing, and killing, of course, but A little bit too much of that in history, in my opinion. Why would Bowser's underlings be here? Perhaps if they want... Yes, that has to be it.
What's the matter, Jessica?
Liana, you must escape now. Run! Go quickly as you can!
What?
Be the gingerbread man. Bowser may be scheming to exploit your ability in unsealing Alhazard. I will protect you until you reach the exit. Poorly. Go immediately. Very poorly. Speaking of protecting, Keith is not moving at all. Jessica's preparing for evacuation too. If we lose her, all our efforts will have meant nothing. Everyone, make sure she leaves here in safety. Thank you, Cherie. So as I was saying, Keith is not going to move from his position at all. And I've never seen him do so either, so. Liana's getting away. Cut off her escape route. After her, quick! That magician seems to realize our purpose here. Everyone, protect the rear exit. It is the safest route for her. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Owen. To be victorious, we must first secure our position inside the castle. Right, we must break off a squad to halt Liana and refocus our other efforts. If only we had people to form a squad. Nope, it's all gonna fall on our shoulders. And we get that amulet he was holding on to. If I die, the castle! And the castle will be just what it would have been without you. Unfortunately, you made no impact whatsoever. So that's one side down, blocking the way. We're gonna scoot past them regardless. Make full use of teleport with this ridiculous range. See, we can just go anywhere we need to. We don't want to neglect Jessica and Liana because they're making good strides. If I let too many turns go by, they might be kind of hard to impede. And it's going to require a 2-man team minimum. And we're going to have Hayne joining Elwin momentarily. Nothing beats this 1-2 combo of again and teleport. But Roga's MP reserves are limited, so it'll be good to have someone helping him out with that. Soon, eventually. But before we can send Hayne on his way, we're going to have to slow the tide that's rising against us to the south. You see Lester caught up really quick with those Nixies. And it's not by accident that I had Hayne and Roga positioned where they were to prevent them from moving any further. Because thankfully, unlike in Warsong, the sea people cannot climb the ramparts and storm the castle wall, so it's the bridge or bust for them. And I don't trust Esther Osta's defense, or Sonya for that matter, to hold up against Lester and the Nixies. So, again, it's all very deliberate where I have people seated right now. It's the only way we're going to get through this without any troops. And it wasn't really until this battle that I started to miss having hired hands, but yeah, you really feel the loss here. Especially when you have so many bottlenecks and choke points and narrow walkways, and so many enemies cluttering the field, preventing your safe passage. Just too much clutter, you know? Elwin there was able to withstand the RNG admirably. Roga is just going to continue to whittle down the enemy with Tornado with this wonderful range. It's going to hit all the Dragon Knights, including Keith, who's off screen. And actually even knocked the Sorcerer down in 7, which is nice. Really an amazing spell, all in all. And definitely, I think, better in this version than it is in Langrisser 2. It's pretty okay in Langrisser 2 as far as damage dealt, but the range is a lot more limited, even at higher levels. So, again, Magic just makes this game a lot easier than it had to be. And it wasn't a difficult game to begin with. You know, you almost have to set little challenges for yourself to make the game more difficult, whether it's low turn count or not using magic. Now that would be a true challenge. Going through Der Langrisser without using any magic whatsoever, I'm not even gonna try that one. No healing, no teleport, no fireball. Nah. No attack, no protection. Or maybe you could not go that far. Maybe just say no offensive magic being used, but still being able to use healing and support spells. Even that would still be tough. You know, you got folks like Bowser and Bernhardt. attacking them at full health without magic to whittle them down? I wouldn't want it. You'd really be relying on RNG at that point, especially ranged attacks. Get a lucky hit in with the Ballista or Elf and then march in with somebody like Elwyn. But yeah, I wouldn't want to live that life. Nah. Another reason these High Lords have to go is this healing, this constant healing. But anyway, we've got Hayne and Elwyn taking care of things up north. Jessica's out of men, so that just leaves her, and she's at 9, so you know what that means. Hayne, I leave it to you. The man most capable. And to her credit, she did a little bit of damage. 34 attack is enough to make a mark. But it's not enough. I can't move anymore. Liana, you go on ahead. Yeah, some protector you were. And Roga here, making use of the fact that he's only at 9 health to give it to somebody who needs to experience a little bit more than he does. 'Cause he's good. He's all the way well. And Est is going to take a page out of his book to set up Sonya real nice with the assist. And another amulet. Here and no further. They must not seize the castle's interior. I have not... You have not what? Well, whatever you didn't do. Just put it behind you. Ost, Fireball is not going to do anything to the Angels, unfortunately, but it'll do a little bit to everybody else. Not even Lester. Yeah, he only took 1 point of damage. I thought he'd take at least a couple. But he has a decent magic resistance. Not the best, but it's something. We're just going to keep pelting away, chip by chip. That's all we can do. And then we'll pick off the Nixies one by one, get that XP before we deal with Lester, who's definitely weaker to the magic than they are, I've noticed. And then this meteor ought to wipe out somebody. If I'm not mistaken, it did take out the Dragon Knight at least. I'm plummeting to my death! If only I had a little more power. If you only had a power that could elude death. And see what I mean about those Nixies? Getting every hit in before they fall. Oh no. If only you had healed Sonya. But I think the only way for her to get that spell is if we take her down to General, which I'm not doing.
Lady Jessica, I'm sorry. I won't be able to protect you anymore.
And he's gone for now. Still not dead. You know, those pirates are resilient if nothing else. Taylor taught us that. You shall not pass. We are giving our lives to rout you here. Yeah, no kidding, Keith. Because that much will be required. Now, I could let him live, and I was originally going to do that. Hey, level up Sonya, level 5, looking good. But I'm pretty sure the game is just going to treat him as if he had died, even if I let him live. Which is kind of a narrative oversight on their part, I think. I don't think that was intentional. I think they honestly just didn't take that into account because they're normally good about that sort of thing. And it's really a missed opportunity. It would have been great if they brought him back in a later scenario, or at least acknowledged him, but they don't. I mean, we're already being bastards about everything, so no sense in trying to play half good now. There's no straddling this fence, I don't think. Step aside, Cherie. Never! I will never give in! Never submit, never surrender. Yeah, same with Cherie. We're gonna take her out just for the experience. She will live. She will flee to face another day, thankfully. But when the time comes, I will do my damnedest to spare her. Because she is one of my favorites in this game, and, you know, I'm as biased as most people are. Anybody who tells you they don't have a favorite, don't believe them. Don't trust it. Everybody has a favorite, someone or something. Now, I'm sure there's a parent somewhere out there who honestly does not have a favorite child. But I honestly feel like for most parents, if you have more than 2 children, especially if you have 3 or more, if you're being completely honest and transparent, you probably have a favorite out of them. But it's fine. I'm not saying that you have to admit that or claim it, but yeah, I just feel like that's just normal. How would you not have a favorite? After all, this favoritism is speaking towards like. And the things that bring us the most pleasure tend to be the things that we tend to like the most. Now, like and love are not equal. You can like someone without loving them. You can love someone without liking them. There are people I love who I'm not particularly fond of, but to my point. So I don't know how I got off on that tangent anyway. Back to the battle. Everything's looking good. Roga's running out of MP. That's the problem. So he's going to give himself a treat. Little ethereal band-aid, first aid. Sonya's going to put what's left of the opposition in their place. But we're going to make sure that Liana's not in range because she's already kind of weak. I don't want to go overboard with the damage. I just wanted to keep her from moving. And Ost is once again going to put his wings to good use on a secret mission to collect some treasure off over yonder. One that's really easy to miss, especially in the heat of a battle like this. And here we go.
All your traipsing around is driving me nuts! No one should ever interrupt my nap! What is it? Are you trying to tell me you want something?
No, not at all.
Go ahead and take this. Humble people are very important, after all. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm going back to sleep.
Alright, guy. Whoever you are. Pixie, garden gnome, leprechaun, dwarf, whatever you are. They bequeathed us a dragon scale armor, which is nice, because we can't buy those just yet, but we will soon. Pretty much the best armor you can get in the game, arguably, is between that and the Mirage Robe. It's the best for raw defense increase. So. And Sonya takes down Cherie. And a necklace we don't need.
Ah!
Princess! I'm sorry, Keith. We've lost this one. Let's retreat for now. And what's Keith gonna do? Of course he's gonna ignore your command and stay put. I won't kill you, but you must come with us. Ah, how could this happen? For Alhazard's liberation, you must embrace your destiny. And I'm only attacking her because he's at 9 health, because he can't kill her like this. And it's going to take her a while to get back to full health unless she casts a heal too, so. Which she did, which is why she's back at 10. But it kept her in her place, which is all we needed. And that's definitely one of my recommended strategies for controlling the flow of this fight. So anyway, so long, Keith. This is it. Princess, please leave here. She already did. Protect Lady Liana and Lady Jessica. Are you telling me to leave you behind and flee like a coward? But you already did. Where are you even? You're hiding behind a rock, aren't you? I am done for. Please save yourself and plan a counterattack. But Keith! Okay. As long as the princess lives, I have no regrets. For the honor of Kalzath, bring peace to this world! And that will close out scenario 15. Now, Liana, there's nowhere to run. Be a good girl and come with me. Why, Elwyn, why have you changed so much? That's what I want to know. Liana. When we first met, you were so kind. You hated war. Didn't he, though? I mean, he was still fighting, but not like this. None of that matters now. I won't give up my throne. After I am done, you will see what a destined ruler can do. You have changed after all. The Elwyn I knew would not take power and become a tyrant. he would have faith that everyone wants to live free of suffering. Stop talking nonsense. You are coming with me. Haha. What is that sound? Langrisser is humming. What is happening, Elwin? No, it's nothing. Okay, everyone, move out at once. Yeah. Fortunately, the game won't make us wait long to unravel the mystery of that sound. What's going on with the sword? Could it possibly be upset or disturbed? Unsettled? At current events? I don't know, but again, we'll find out in the next scenario. So until then, stay safe, take care of yourselves, don't do what Elwin would do, please. We don't need more of him out here. And hopefully, I'll see you soon.